What's good, YouTube? You see the thumbnail. Today we got a special one for y'all. We're gonna be covering every gang in Stockton, California. And when we say every gang, we do mean every neighborhood, from the big ones to the small one. Now, with Stockton, California being a small city located in the Central Valley, with being one of the most poverty-stricken cities in California, the first to file for bankruptcy. Now, it would be a lot of crime. They would have documented 86 gangs, yes, 86 gangs in the small city of Stockton, California, with over 2,500 gang members. So we might not be able to cover every gang, every small neighborhood. If we don't, feel free to drop in the comments if we left your hood out. But why not start with a hood that's showing already in this video, that's located on the north side of Stockton, California. And with them being one of the oldest gangs and one of the biggest on the north side, we thought we'd cover them first. A lot of y'all might have heard of them, a lot of y'all might not, but they are the north side gangster Crips. And you can find these boys roughly in this area right here off of Bianchi Road in Calandria. Now, some of them do be on Hillsborough, but the majority of them, you can find them on Calandria and Bianchi. Now, they will claim allegiance to the blue flag, and they are gangster Crips, so they do fall under the 3 card. So if you catch yourself around this area in Stockton, California, you see dudes like this outside of the store, please be careful. Now, we're gonna give this on a grimy scale of 1 to 10, we're gonna give it a 9. This is a no-go zone. A lot of murders, a lot of crimes do happen there, and if you're not from there, you most likely shouldn't go there. So we're gonna put this one first on the list for a no-go zone. Don't find yourself over here messing with these guys, man. They got OGs to youngsters. Now, the next hood we're gonna hop into will be located just a few blocks from the townhome gangster Crips, which is Loketown Crips, better known as LTC, also 3830. If you're not from Stockton, you might not have known that. Now, they will claim allegiance to the Oak Park area, and as you can see, this is a big area. You could catch these boys in the apartments right there, and if you catch them right there, they most likely caught you too. Now, they will claim allegiance to the Crip card, with them having deadly members on their team, with most of them having a Khmer or Asian background. They would go to the Crip card. Now, like we say, you can find these boys over here in Oak Park, and it is a high crime rate area. It's been like that since the 80s, the 90s. And man, just don't go over here. So on a grimy scale to 1 to 10, we got to get this neighborhood a 9. Also, this is a no-go zone. If you're coming to Stockton, California, just don't go there. Now, with Stockton, California having a big Asian ethnicity community, a lot of them would be Khmer, and man, it's a lot of Asian on Asian crime in Stockton, California, which we're gonna get to. But while we're on the topic of Cambodian gangs, let's talk about another one in Stockton, California. But their color flag will be a little different. It would be the color of gray. Now, these guys, better known as the Tiny Rascals, TRG, they could be located. You can find these guys over here off Manchester and March Lane. Also, you could catch them in the apartments on El Monte Street, but mainly right there on Manchester. As soon as you go in, it's one way in and one way out, man. So y'all kind of get what we trying to say. If you over here in this area wearing any color besides gray, you might not make it out. Now, on a grimy scale of 1 to 10, we also gonna get this one a 10. It's a no-go zone. This is the first hood that did get a 10, yes. Stop when you go there. They got hitters over there, man. Now, with them being an old gang in Stockton, California since the 90s, they would have black members all the way to female assassins. Now, like I said, this part of Stockton, it gets a little dangerous with them only being down the street from the townhome gangster Crips. Just watch yourself when you run into some young Asian YNs on the north side of Stockton, California, because it might not be so pretty. Now, let's go talk about another hood that claims allegiance to the blue card, which are the PBS Playboy Serranials. Now, I know a lot of you are thinking, what are Serranials doing in Stockton, California? Well, they've been here for a while, man. Now, the PBS, they would have 2 sets in Stockton. One of the main ones would be out north on Downey Lane. Now, you could catch these boys up over here in the apartments or at the park, but They usually be by UOP, you know, right there by the levee. Now, they would have major funk with the North A's in Stockton, with the North A's ruling Northern California. We're gonna give that area a good 5. Yes, the first one, that's a safe zone on this list. Now that's not taken from the Playboy Sardaniels. They are a long time, tough gang that made their way in Northern California, which a lot of Sardaniel hoods haven't done. But in Stockton, they do have a few Sir 13 gangs, which we're going to be covering in this video, like Vicky's Town, the Playboy Sardaniels, which we just covered, Center Click 13, and also Eastside Vadio. But let's talk about some North A's from the north side of Stockton, which y'all been waiting for. Now, with North A's ruling the majority of Northern California, and they will claim allegiance to the Ray Rag, you can find these boys over here off Plantation, but mainly you can find them out Val Verde Park, also known as VPN, Val Verde Park Northaniels, NSN, Northside Northaniels. I mean, they're both the same thing. Now, this gang has been around since the late 90s, and it used to be a high crime rate area. I mean, you couldn't walk outside without seeing something like this, man. A lot of murders used to happen, but as of this day and age, on a grimy scale, we're gonna get this one a 5 also. Yes, it is a safe zone, but that doesn't mean it can't spark back up like it did in the early 2000s and become one of the most shadiest neighborhoods in Stockton, California. Y'all liking the video so far, man, cause I know we is. Now let's jump into another gang that claims red on the north side of Stockton, but no, they are non-Northaniels. We're gonna keep talking about the Asian gangs, mainly the Cambodians. Now this gang right here, they will go by MLS, better known as Moonlight Strangers. And if you see a bunch of Asians at a park wearing red, man, I suggest you get up out of there. Now, a lot of y'all may have heard about this gang, a lot of y'all not. As you can see of all the red, they do have a lot of click sets in Stockton, California, but their main one would be out north by Val Verde Park, which we just told you the North A's claim allegiance to as well, so it gets a little tricky over there. But as of 2025, on a grimy scale of 1 to 10, we're gonna get us a safe zone of 4. Yes, we gave it a 4, even though the Moonlight Strangers are in the same area as the Northaniels. That part of Stockton hasn't been active for years, and a lot of beef has calmed down. Now let's take it to a gang a lot of y'all been waiting for. Yes, the big bad ABZ of Stockton, California. Now they have a lot of clicks all the way from Fresno to Long Beach to San Diego, basically all over California, but one of their main holds is Stockton, California. Now I know everybody heard of ABZ, the Asian gang, the Asian Crip gang, but in Stockton, you can find these boys over here off of Greensboro Way, better known as G Block. And man, it goes down over there with them only being a couple blocks from Townhome Gangsta Crips and a bunch of North A sets. They would have funk with both of these people. And in the early 2000s, things wasn't looking too good. It was shootouts back and forth, people getting murdered, people going to jail. So on a grimy scale of 1 to 10, now with this day and age, we're gonna give it a good 6. It is a safe zone. Even though we gave the Townhome Gangsta Crips just being a few blocks away a 9, on a grimy scale, they're on a whole other side of the tracks. You know, the Asians, they basically run Greenboro and all that spot you see right here. And as we all know, Asians usually stick to they self and their own kind. So it's not a lot of back and forth anymore over there. But I want to give y'all a gang that also has beef with the Asian boys, but they are also an Asian Crip gang, known as AWS, better known as the Asian Streetwalkers. You can find these boys over here on Bello and Astro. And man, they've been deadly since the early 2000s. It is mainly an Asian gang, but they do have other races in it. Now them claim allegiance to the Crip card, the blue flag. They don't have them mapped out on here, but I want to let y'all know where these boys be at and where to not go. Now, when you coming on Hammer Lane and you make a right, do not catch yourself on Astro or Bello Drive. As you can see, it's a one-way in and one-way out. Now you can find these boys also at Cortez Park. But man, the war against them and ABZ been going on for years, with shootings, kids getting killed, and as y'all know, in Stockton, California, that's nothing new.
he and the group of ABZ were trying to leave, members of ASW started cursing and insulting Dome and his new crew. This eventually led to an all-out brawl, which quickly escalated to a shootout. A few ABZ members were seen pulling guns out of their trunks during the fight. As the ABZ members tried to drive away from the house, eyewitnesses claimed that the ASW members began shooting, which caused the group of ABZ members to shoot back. A ballistics expert determined that the guns used in the shootout were two 9mm pistols, an AR-15, and an SKS. So needless to say, both parties were packing some heat. In the hail of all the gunfire, one of the bullets struck a 14-year-old boy in the back, and he lost his life while being treated at the hospital. It's unclear if the boy was an official member of ASW, but he was definitely associating with them during the time this all went down. The gun used in the killing...
Man, sad story. But as y'all can see, these boys been having a long time rivalry. Now, this day and age, on a grimy scale of 1 to 10, we're gonna give it a 4. It is a safe zone. That's not taking nothing from these guys. Like I said, they do have some top hitters on their team, but it's not like that no more. But that doesn't mean it can't spark up like the old days in the early 2000s, where it was bodies dropping back and forth every single day. Now, another small Asian gang we want to give y'all, since we on a topic coming out of the north side. Yeah, we're going to be on the north side for a while. It's the LRCs, better known as the Low Ruthless Criminals. Now, they will claim allegiance to the Crip card, them being largely an Asian-based gang, but they do have other races. Now, you can find these boys and on a deep north side of Stockton, off Thornton Road, basically almost hitting Lodi. Now, these boys right here will claim Comstop. There's also other gang, Comstop Criminals. They're Asian as well. But if you find yourself anyway on Pawnee Way, Comstop, or Coat Drive, wearing red, you might not be okay. Now, with 2025, we're gonna get us a grimy scale, a 6. Yeah, it is a safe zone. You can still find antagonists up over there. They are still active, but we're gonna have to end this video because we got stuff to do. Like, I know y'all got stuff to do. We is dropping a part 2 on just the north side of Stockton, with them having over 18 documented gangs. Now, like we said, if we missed some of y'all's on the north side that we didn't get to cover, y'all let us know in the comments. But part 2 is coming. We're gonna cover the rest of the north end. We also going to the west side of Stockton, California. Now, I hope y'all enjoying the video, and if y'all is and want to see your neighborhood in one of these, make sure you hit that like and subscribe. We got about 6 parts dropping of this. Y'all stay tuned, man. And make sure to go follow our new and only official channel on YouTube right now, Messy Media TV, because Mafia Media TV is no longer, since people keep hating on us and giving us strikes. But if you from like the areas we from and want to know about all the messy drama first, and the exclusive and people that really know the people that's in this drama, y'all know where to come to. So if you happen to come across our old channel in a couple of days and you don't see the Gangs of Stockton mini documentaries on there, you know which channel to come to. It's Messy Media TV, bringing you all the messy shit you need in the area you from. Oh yeah, and we still re-dropping part 2. We adding a couple hoods that we left out. We dropping part 3, 4, and we still got 5 and 6 to go. So like I said, if y'all want to see your neighborhood in one of these Gangs of Stockton videos, you know where to come to. Hit that like and subscribe. And it's only right, with me being one of the only bloggers on YouTube, being born and raised in Stockton, California since 1995. Yeah, I got a lot of insight and still know a lot of connections out there. And that's why Mafia Media, Messy Media, we usually get all the drama and bullshit first. From linked messages to actual fights being recorded to people baby mamas getting on camera. Yeah, y'all know what YouTube channel to come to that. We keep it real raw and uncut over here at Messy Media. But until then, y'all wait for part 2 to drop, part 3 and part 4. And run the other videos up, because there's going to be a lot of more messy shit dropping in between time. But until then, y'all know my slogan, it's Mafia.